Section 68 of the Income Tax Act, 1961, deals with unexplained cash credits and is applicable to individuals, Hindu undivided families, HUF, companies, or any other persons. The section empowers the income tax authorities to examine and take action when there is a cash credit entry in the books of accounts of a taxpayer that cannot be explained satisfactorily. Provisions under Section 68. Unexplained credit. If a taxpayer has a credit entry in their books of account and they are unable to satisfactorily explain the nature and source of the credit, the amount of the credit may be treated as income and charged to tax. Burden of proof. The onus is on the taxpayer to explain the source of the cash credit. The taxpayer must provide the identity of the creditor, name, address, and other details. Part 2. The genuineness of the transaction. 5. The creditworthiness of the creditor, i.e., proof that the creditor had the capacity to lend or invest such amounts. Nature of the credit. The provision applies to all kinds of credits, including loans, advances, or any other form of receipt. Important points. Bashams was 1. Identity of the creditor. The taxpayer must provide the correct and valid identity of the person who made the deposit or credit. To genuineness of the transaction. It must be shown that the transaction is legitimate and not a mere paper entry. Creditworthiness of the creditor. The taxpayer must establish that the creditor had the financial ability to make the loan or investment. Implication. If the taxpayer fails to offer a satisfactory explanation, the amount of the unexplained cash credit will be added to the taxpayer's income and taxed accordingly under Section 68. Example. 1. If an individual receives a large sum of money in cash or by check and records it as a loan from a person, but does not provide sufficient proof regarding the credibility of the lender or the nature of the loan, the tax authorities may treat this amount as income under Section 68. In essence, Section 68 is a tool for the Income Tax Department to tackle unexplained credits or income that might otherwise go unreported or hidden.